In the past few months, in fact years, in the past 3 years specifically, a lot of them in these inter-gang rivalry or suspicious ways have died. Here's one, Hardeep Singh. In 2020, I remember, he's a Khalistani designated terrorist by India. He was killed in Lahore, right outside a Gurdwara premises. Also remember, Ripudman Singh Malik in 2022, he was involved and accused in the 1995 Air India bombing, the Kanishka bombing that led to the death of 331 people. He was suspiciously shot dead in Canada. He had found shelter in Canada. Where else? Paramjeet Singh Panjwar, remember, just about a few months ago, he was the leader of the Khalistani commando force. He was also shot dead in Lahore because he had found shelter in Pakistan. That's why ISI Khalistani link have long been mentioned and has been described even by India to Canadian agencies. Avtar Singh Khanda, this is before Hardeep Singh Nijjar, he was from the Liberation Force. He had died in a UK hospital, but according to the UK administration, that was because of some issues that he had, health issues that led to his death. Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the man who was called a simply Canadian citizen by Justin Trudeau, but was not only a Khalistani Tiger Force leader, a designated terrorist involved in murders, extortion and bomb blast, even in 2007, was shot dead in Canada where he had been living and becoming even a citizen somehow. And then there is Sukhdool Singh, September 21st, 2023, adding on to this list of gangsters who have died suspiciously, mysteriously in gang wars. Close aide of Arshdeep Dala, who had recently claimed responsibility for killing a Congress bloc president Baljinder Singh Balli in Punjab. And as we know that, not surprising, Sukhdool Singh or Dunke was shot dead in Canada where he had shelter. Our managing editor, Gaurav Sawant, continues to be with us and he'll be giving us details on that. Gaurav, you've been speaking to a lot of experts and journalists based in Canada and they've expressed concerns of how Canada definitely does not want to do anything while India keeps on giving them dossiers and at least evidence as well. When we talk of Sukhdool Singh, another gangster killed in Canada, what should one make of it?
This is inter-gang rivalry that has actually come to the fore, and it's desperation. Now, why is all of this happening? When these terrorists and extortionists were successful in India, a lot of money was coming their way. You know, whether it's Lashkar-e-Taiba or Jaish-e-Mohammed or these assorted Khalistan terrorist outfits, ultimately, when terror is low, they end up becoming extortionists. And there is a long history of how, they're involved in vasuli. They demand money and extortion is their biggest business. And that is where a lot of these Punjabi singers came in the line of the fire of these extortionists, because they were making big money in records. They were doing very well in Punjab and they wanted money and these extortionists then demanded that money. When that money became scarce because agencies tightened the noose around them, Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists started getting eliminated, Khalistani terrorists started getting eliminated, money dried. Also, Pakistan is in a very bad shape. Pakistan earlier was able to pay these elements. Extortion was their pocket money. Their main money came from ISI. Now, Pakistan doesn't have money even for 2 square meals a day. These people are dependent only on extortion, and that pie is small. So various terrorist outfits, various extortionist gangs, they fight with each other for the same pie. And that is where this desperation is coming to the fore. Now, people like Justin Trudeau, they're well aware. Their intelligence agencies are well aware of ground realities. Five Eye members are well aware of ground realities. But they choose to turn a blind eye to this because Justin Trudeau, to remain in office, needs people like Jagmeet Singh and his NDP to remain in power. They choose to turn a blind eye to the activities of these Khalistani terrorists, to the extortionists, to all such elements who incidentally are involved in human trafficking, drugs and extortion, even in Canada, not just in Punjab, but even in Canada, they're involved in this. And that is why people of Indian origin or even Canadians are scared of these elements. But now with the pie becoming smaller, they're killing each other. It's a dog-eat-dog, man, and that in a fight, and that's exactly where these guys are getting eliminated.
But Gaurav, doesn't it also reflect of how these gangsters manage to get, even with forged documents, citizenship, clearance, shelter, encouragement? Clearly, he's seen flaunting weapons, just like Nijjar did, and yet somehow among all these countries, it's in Canada, while the intelligence agencies or Justin Trudeau says, we have intelligence about India's involvement, they don't have enough intelligence, clearly, of the gangsters on their soil.
You know, you've hit the nail on its head, Pooja. You're absolutely right. in a law-abiding liberal society? Is the society so liberal that they permit extortionists and terrorists to carry banned weapons, prohibited bore weapons? Because an AK series assault rifle in any civilized society cannot be permitted, for citizens or civilians to carry. Again, as you very rightly asked, how did Nijjar get Canadian citizenship?
Yes.
Entered that country on a false passport, so his citizenship was denied. Sponsorship in marriage, that citizenship was denied. Who then in 2007, cleared his citizenship? And that perhaps indicates how deep is the rot in Canada and these Khalistani elements. It's almost like cancer. It penetrates very deep, and unless that cancerous tissue is taken out, it continues to destroy the body. We've seen that in Pakistan with Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Jhangvi, Tehreek-e-Taliban, Pakistan, Afghan Taliban. Now we are seeing this in Canada.
You've made a very important point. Pakistan supported Taliban. Taliban is at its door right now, and the Pakistan forces are now facing the pressure to combat it somehow. They're unable to. Thank you so much. For now, Gaurav Sawant with the latest.